What would you do at age 89? Slow down? Rest more? Enjoy quiet days with family? In 1999, one grandmother decided to walk across the United States, not for fame, not for money, but for an idea. Her name was Doris Haddock. Most Americans came to know her as Granny D. This is the story of an ordinary citizen who believed self-government only works when the people stay involved. Doris Haddock was born in 1910. She lived through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, the Cold War. She raised a family. She worked hard. She lived a normal American life in New Hampshire. She was not a career politician. She was not a celebrity. She was a citizen. And as she grew older, she grew concerned. She believed that money was gaining too much influence in American elections. She believed ordinary citizens were being pushed aside. And she decided she could not stay quiet. On January 1st, 1999, 89-year-old Doris Haddock began walking. She started in Pasadena, California. Her destination, Washington, D.C. That's more than 3,000 miles. Think about that. 3,000 miles. She walked through deserts. She walked through snow. She walked in the heat. She walked in the wind. Some days she covered 10 miles. Other days, much less. She developed blisters. She battled exhaustion. At one point, she even suffered pneumonia. But she kept going. Why? Because she believed that elections should answer to citizens, not just to large donors. Along the way, people noticed. Local newspapers told her story. Strangers offered meals. Some walked beside her for a few miles. Others for a few states. What began as one elderly woman walking alone became a symbol of peaceful civic action. 14 months later, in early 2000, Granny D reached Washington, D.C. An 89-year-old grandmother had walked across America, and the nation paid attention. Now, you may or may not agree with every policy she supported. That's not really the point. The point is this: she believed citizens should care. She believed the system belongs to the people. And she chose a peaceful, lawful way to make her case. She used her feet. She used her voice. She trusted the American tradition of civic engagement. In 2004, at 94 years old, she ran for United States Senate in New Hampshire. She did not win, but she proved something powerful. Citizens do not age out of responsibility. Granny D's story is not just about politics, it's about stewardship. Our republic was built on participation, town meetings, debates, voting, petitions, peaceful protest. Self-government is not automatic. It requires attention. It requires effort. It requires courage. Doris Haddock reminded the country that involvement is not reserved for the young or the powerful. It belongs to all of us. Doris Haddock passed away in 2010. She was 100 years old. She had walked her talk in a time when many feel discouraged about public life. Her example still speaks. You do not have to hold office to make a statement. You don't have to be young to make a difference. And you don't have to shout to be heard. Sometimes steady steps on a long road say enough. Thanks for watching, Patriot Hippie. If you like this story and would like to see others, give me a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Until next time, peace, freedom, and the American story.